Hi everyone, it's Zach with Palantir Research. We got new articles showing legal risk and roadblocks continuing to be an issue for Palantir in Europe, which may even put their big NHS contract win at risk, as well as one of their last footholds left in Germany that supports them. So looking at the stock first, Palantir has tested the $20 again, but has since been rejected as of this recording at least. So the indices are mixed, with the Nasdaq slightly down for the day. So as I've been monitoring, we appear to still be in this testing zone to figure out where the stock wants to go. We might be stuck in this range if buyers are willing to stay in the 19s, but sellers start piling in the 20s. So we'll just have to see how this plays out actually some more throughout the week. Now for the news today, starting with Germany, this German article came out today questioning if Palantir is even legally allowed to be tested by the Bavarian state. And they have been the ones who've been the strongest supporters of using Palantir in Germany, at least for the police force. Now, the question comes out of the State Commission for Data Protection to see if there's even a legal basis to test, considering real people's data has been used for months to run these, and of course their analyses are based on that. So the state is arguing it's covered already by the Bavarian Data Protection Act, however they're saying it's not. Now, this is where the gray area kind of is, because that state commission brings up an example if they use real information and the police actually have a crime to investigate because of it, but then the legality of using that method to find out you can actually investigate it in the first place isn't solid, then you can't do the test. So it's just an endless back and forth unless you make it clear, it sounds like. And Bavaria, of course, is arguing that they should be able to do it, and then they should be creating the legal basis now to clear it up and stand behind the Vera platform powered by Palantir as a crucial component for policing. But the protection offer basically is showing the right and left hand doesn't know what either is doing and not really talking to each other. And we can see from the Bavarian Ministry of the Interior that they've been testing this at multiple points at 6 public investigation systems and tying them together, and says they are internal checks here, not necessarily driving the investigations, which you could say is a kind of a workaround if this is true. So they got to bring in the legal experts, but nothing new here, honestly, just saying there needs to be a clear legal basis for it, and this adds further headaches to even introducing this software to the whole country at a federal level, which earlier this year was rejected by the Federal Interior Minister, Nancy Faeser. Albeit Bavaria still is fighting for this program to go nationwide, even though they use it themselves as a state only, and puts their own money where their mouth is, and they've spent around 13.4 million euros so far to Palantir. So I'm not banking on this, honestly, as an investor getting cleared up anytime soon. And even by Alex Karp's statements from his last earnings call and about talking about France and Germany, I wouldn't bank on Germany expanding its use as well, at least in the near future. But sadly, this can be a roadblock to even their own ally in the region not being able to further test the software, so we'll see how this actually ends up. Then NHS England may face a lawsuit from 4 groups threatening there is no legal basis for the Federated Data Platform, or FDP, to share data amongst the NHS. And of course, they want a review of the reward of the FDP contract here. Of course, Palantir is associated with that. However, there are other winners too. Now, they're thinking this could just be the start of legal actions, and I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if money is to be made from law firms, and there is a possible gray area here. But the familiar suspects like Foxglove for sure, but also the DA UK show up that they're bringing this legal action. But basically, it's still a threat, where they said that the NHS should reply satisfactorily, and then they won't go to a judicial review, but of course if it's not, they will. But I think it's that thing where no matter what they say, they're just going to do it anyways. But I do also like how here it says NHS England dismissed them as totally incorrect, and that they legally can do this. And obviously from the why of these groups threatening legal action, it's not really aligned with the purpose of the FDP and what it's truly for and how it's used, because they will be using it to support direct patient care, which literally falls under the NHS's authority and under the typical regulations for data protection. There was no inkling of data being sold or being under the control of Palantir in the first place, but these groups just want to keep alleging this, of course, and then saying that they're trying to fight the good fight. But thanks for tuning in to Palantir Daily, and I'll see you in the next one.